Hi everyone, it's Teresa again from Scented Obsessions, and I've got a Scentsy content video today. So for those of you that are new or maybe haven't seen many of my videos, I was a consultant for Scentsy for a couple of years. I quit earlier this year for various reasons, but I do still purchase from them every now and again. So my old sponsor is now my Scentsy dealer, yeah, so I've bring back my bars. I bought some. I think the 10 summer I got some of those, and this video is about the new autumn winter catalogue. So Scentsy have had a rebrand. They've completely changed. They are doing they kind of fall in line with maybe other wax companies as well. So there's various things going on for them, but essentially there are 10 new releases usually every catalogue, and I've bought 8 out of the 10. So I've got them with me. I've got like the scent notes and stuff, which again, they've changed all of that. They used to be very wordy, and now they've just brought it right down to the scent notes, which is good for us people who just want to know what's in it. So the 2 that I didn't buy won't be any surprise to you guys who know me, but I don't generally do bakery and I don't really do spice. So autumn and winter is not usually my favourite time of year for melting. I do love like the cosy ones. I quite like kind of pine and things nearer Christmas, but I really don't like cinnamons. Pumpkins I find a bit kind of gourmand for me, and bakeries. So that tends to be what I avoid for the most part. So the 2 that I didn't get was frosted marshmallow. The notes on that one are sparkling cinnamon, marshmallow and buttercream frosting. So I just didn't think that would be for me. And then the other one was buttered pumpkin dream, warm chestnuts, buttered pumpkin spice and rustic cedarwood. So again, I just didn't think they were going to be for me or in my in my wheelhouse, as they say over in America. But yeah, I didn't think it would be up my street. So the 8 that I do have, and I've also got Frights and Delights, which was the September, is September scent of the month. So I have got that as well, because I bought the August whiff box. My Scentsy Club arrived. I get the whiff box half price. So some of these run with that and some of them I've done a purchase. So these are first impressions. These are cold sniffs. I haven't warmed any of these, but what I will do is I'll warm through them and then they'll come in my what I've been warming videos. So I've got me catalogue. I've got the wax bars. So let's go. So velvet cashmere woods. It's kind of like a lilac. I was quite excited about this, and there's a lot in the woods category, which is good for me. So this is creamy cashmere, velvet vanilla, and sheer woods. And straight away, I thought there was an element of vanilla amber in this. So vanilla amber is vanilla cream, golden amber, and sweet rum. So they're not the same, but that kind of creamy vanilla edge is what I get. You do get a very subtle hint of cashmere. And I'm not really getting the woods, but it's not edible, so it's not totally vanilla. But it's very light. It's very, very light, but I'll try this in the bedroom. But scent-wise, I think it's going to be quite pretty. And quite nice. So it's good. Wild pine and linen, I was really excited about this. So some pines are too sharp for me, but sometimes I do like laundry when it's mixed with things. So this was quite exciting. So this is a new one in the fresh category. Crisp air, lavender, oak moss, white pine and clean linen. And again, quite like the sound of that. This is really pretty. So you do get a little bit of, I'm going to call it Christmas tree, but you do get a little bit of pine. You get a little bit of linen, but it is really well blended, this one. It airs on the side of a little bit fresh, a little bit woodsy to me. Again, very light, but sometimes these come out on warm, and these are going to be fresh pours as well. So I really like this one, and if it's linen, I usually do it in my kitchen, but I might do this in the bedroom because of that masculine woodsy edge that it's got. But I really like that one. I think that is a very nice new blend on pine. So I'm pleased with that. Golden Sunflower Fields. Now, I thought this was going to be a replacement for Scarlet Sunflower. So Scarlet Sunflower has left the catalogue. It's not there anymore. And this one is red apple, fields of hair, and freshly picked sunflowers. Now, from memory, Scarlet Sunflower had apple in it as well. They're not the same, but if you like one, I think you'll like the other. So you definitely get the red apple. Again, these are all generally quite light to medium. I don't get fields of hair. I don't really know what that smells like, but you don't really get that. But you do get a floral, which will be the sunflowers, and you do get the red apple. So it smells, again, it smells nice, so I'll enjoy warming that one. That feels more kind of like autumn and winter to me. Lavender woods, again, if you guys have watched me any length of time, you know I love a lavender, but I do like it when they do something with the lavender. So this one is lavender, cedarwood and amber. So that one again, right up my street, and this is really pretty, really, really pretty. Strangely, considering how strong lavender usually is, I'll get more of the amber than I do the lavender and cedarwood. But again, it's light, but it's a very pretty blend. So if you're not a huge lavender fan, I still think you might be all right with this, but I'll warm it first and let you know if it comes out. It might be where it starts to boom when it's warm. But that one was woods. This next one is also in woods, Blankets of Love. So this one is Sheer Violet, Cotton Blossoms and Comforting Woods. And again, just a very light, pretty woods-based scent. Really nice. So you do get the violet. And you get the woods, and the cotton blossoms to me is coming off as ever so slight laundry note, but not like kind of clean laundry per se, but like a fresh edge. And when they put cotton blossoms in it, it's usually like a calmer version of that. But again, very light, smells pretty. So I think that's a general theme for quite a lot of these. Old Fashioned Evening. So this is a bright red one. This was in the fruit category. Winter Cherry, Vanilla Orchid and Sandalwood. And I'm not going to lie, all I get is cherry. So this reminds me of, I think there was one back in the day called Cherry Vanilla. And all I'm getting is cherry and vanilla. I'm a slight bit of vanilla. I'm not getting any sandalwood at all. So at the moment, it's just, it could have been just a straight up cherry scent. So I see if anything comes out on warm. I hope it does. But at the minute, I'm like, meh. I prefer cherry blossom to cherry. White Oak Woodland. So this is one that came in the whiff box. So Velvet Plum, Creamy Sandalwood and White Oak. All these are going to be right on my street because I love sandalwood and love fruit. And again, this is really good. Another pretty one. This is slightly more woodsy than the others I've mentioned. You definitely get the White Oak. You definitely get the sandalwood. The creaminess you get. Now, I would have been able to pick out plum. I wouldn't have even been able to pick out a fruit, so I think it's adding a sweetness to that one. So it's kind of like a sweeter vibe on woodsy. And then the last one I picked up was Emerald Pear Blossom, a nice dark green one, and this one's in the fruit category. Emerald Pear, White Cranberry and Amber Blossom. So again, when they say White Cranberry, it tends to be a lighter version of that. And Amber Blossom, again, it tends to be the blossom is made it a lighter version of amber. And I would say this is a really pretty pear. It's like a pear perfume. It's really pretty. Again, light. So yeah, pear and cranberry with the amber is making it kind of like, to me, a perfumey kind of pear. So they are the 8 that I picked up of the 10 new ones. And then again, in the whiff box, that was in the whiff box as well, the emerald one, is Frights and Delights. If you guys know me, you know that this is not going to be up my street whatsoever. So this is something like caramel, I want to say like vanilla and maple syrup. So all the things that I don't enjoy. That is strong. That is strong. That is sweet. That is for the gourmand people out there. Your bakery caramel people, you're going to love this. Maple syrup. If you had any of them maple syrup ones that were around a couple of years ago with Scentsy, they went through a phase of maple bean and everything, you'll love this one. Michael, I'm looking at you. You'll probably like this one. So yes, so I will give that one a try. Sometimes I can get away with these if it's the right kind of coolness. If it's really cold in the kitchen, I can sometimes hack these. But if I can't, I will probably add a vanilla to this, or maybe even something like a pine to really shake it up. We shall see. If I really can't get on with it, Michael, I'll be posting it to you. So yeah, so that was my short and sweet little kind of first impressions of 8 of the 10 new of the Scentsy catalogue. But what have you been getting into? So these were released on the 1st of September. So some of you might have already tried these. You might have already sampled them yourselves if you've got consultants as well. So yeah, what are your thoughts? What are your favourites? And are you pleased about what came back? A lot of my favourites did come back. So favourites for me are Polar Bear Hug, always love that one. Arctic Kiss, I was a bit worried about that one. Christmas Cookie is in the catalogue for us this year, which was November scent of the month last year, but that was quite popular. But it was a mix of gingerbread, orange and pine tree. They kind of combined it all in one. That was quite nice. And apple spice season, I did like that from the harvest collection last year, and they've brought that one in. So there was a few in here that I was pleased to see, but I think what they generally did was they've had a bit of a clear out and a bit of a sort out, but I think they added in some classics from each category to make them a little bit bigger, and obviously they've eradicated quite a lot. But the general Scentsy gist now, I believe, is if it's on the website, it's available. So they haven't got the same catalogue like they always used to have with all of the prices and everything's going to be available for 6 months. I think it's a case of if and when you want something, if they've got it in stock, it'll be on the website and you can buy it or through your consultant. So that's a bit of a change, but that's just kind of outsiders look. That's me as an outsider looking in these days. But yeah, so I will get through these and I will let you know. But first thoughts, I think a lot of them are really nice, really pretty, really pleasant, just quite light. So it depends on if they come out while they're warming, or maybe I'll stick to bedrooms for some of them. But if these are as good as I enjoy, then they might end up in my Scentsy Club, who knows, or I might buy some more while they're around. So let me know your thoughts. Thank you so much for watching. And again, if you like this kind of content, then please like and subscribe, and I will catch you in the next one. All right, bye.